My name is Ashari Falls, and my craft is entertainment producing and blogging. My ultimate goal in life is to become an award-winning screenwriter and to do great things.
I really am interested in community media, community production, so I'm looking to try to get in a nonprofit. I work for some type of educational group that positions young people to create and produce their own work.
My name is Montreal Marshall. My craft is acting and filmmaking.
Basically what I want to do is, besides cinematography, because I feel like that's an easy thing to get into, I want to be able to physically create my own content, write my own stories, and then direct them to make sure that they're carried out the way that I want them to be.
My name is Tyler Dozier, and my craft is video production. And one day I would love to produce content for small businesses to help promote their business and their brand.
We definitely need more representation because our stories have just always been passed by. And I think even growing up myself, I put white culture in the mainstream as the standard. And I never had any kind of Black representative or idol just because we weren't always positioned as good. So I think it's definitely important to have representation and just show young people that we are excellent and you are important, your story is important.
I feel like we get a bad rep.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Media typically skews towards a very liberal view, and in a sense, white liberalism has a sympathy for people of color, but in a sense, they also don't recognize their bias and their ignorance, and them wanting to create diversity, wanting to create acceptance, it doesn't match to the need that we need in more people being actually present and being a part of the industry. So I think that's where we have the clash of, like a couple years ago with the Oscars So White, or we have, I don't know, people even being blown out of their minds about the success of Black Panthers. Like, it just came out of nowhere, it succeeded so well, but it's just like, this is overdue.
It's funny that you're bringing this up. I remember a long time ago, I had did a tryout for a particular organization, and I wanted to work as an anchor. And I felt like, I don't know, I feel like if you don't have a certain look or a certain features and things, which that shouldn't come into play, but sadly it does, they won't pick you. They feel like you need to work behind the scenes. It's not like you want to work behind the scenes because you want to work behind the scenes. Sometimes people kind of just like, oh, well, you should do this because you'll be better at this, when in reality they don't want you in front of the camera. Man, when you think about the media arts department, there's literally only one person that I know of, and her name is Carla. I forgot her last name, but she's so sweet. And she's so active in making sure, she always checks up on, certain students to make sure how are you doing, what's going on, where it's taking you. She's such a sweet person.
I'm not gonna say that people in the department don't actively pursue diversity, but it's a lot that it could be so much better. It could really be so much better.
I actually took an African American film class where there were only 5 Black people, and it was taught by a white instructor. So it was very frustrating listening to the white people in the class make their opinions and have their thoughts that were wildly inaccurate.
Though, we can all learn from one another, which is important, it's beautiful, but there's something about seeing a face that looks like you, who's teaching you and, you know, relating and connecting to you, that is undeniably and kind of unspoken bond.
We should be seeing more of us. We need more people that look like us to look up to. I definitely feel like our stories are treated as a monolith.
We're not all oppressed, we're not slaves and tired and poor and hungry. But having the ability and the authority to finally say, like, we're here and we want to talk about this and we want to show our greatness, that has kind of taken people aback in those higher positions, those executive roles, and they now have to kind of listen to young creatives like us who want more, so much more depth for the Black story, which is diverse as the people a part of the diaspora. So it's, yeah, I think historically, yes, but I feel now we're on a change and evolution from that.
Like, when I think about it, look at 12 Years a Slave, look at the recent film that was at the Oscars, Green Book, and how Sahle, like, that's amazing that he won an Oscar for it. But I feel like a lot of those stories, like, we know about our history, like, it's constantly drained in our heads. I'm kind of like, okay, can we have other type of films out? You know what I mean? Like, look at Dreamgirls, you know, that I feel like that was, yeah, Black Panther, like those type of films. Look at Get Out. I feel like
About to be us.
Yes, us. Friday. Anyways, but yeah, like, I feel like those type of movies are so successful, especially for us in the Black community. We get so excited because it's like, oh, it's not another slave movie. Oh, it's not another segregation movie.
Typically in these films, it can be the case that the Black person ends up being a prop for the betterment of that white character. And so it's really not, as much as it's supposed to and pretends to be, about lifting up the Black community and lifting up Black people. In a sense, it becomes a form of marginalization.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, those movies are great. The Color Purple, that's a classic. Yes, it was a beautiful film, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, we're over. We want to see some other type of genres. You know, we want more suspense. We want more, you know, more movies for our kids to see our faces, you know, as a cartoon.
We can love horror films and we can love being a superhero. It's just something that we never were given the opportunity to talk about or identify with, just because we had other people telling our story. Us now being in the producing body, we have that power to say, this is our story.
Well, the story that I'm trying to tell through my work is basically happiness. I want to bring people happiness with my work, and especially amongst our community, the Black community, uplift each other and spread love and not hate. This world is full of negativity, and I know we've heard that a lot.
I think it's just being brave and getting out there, positioning yourself in these spaces that majority of the time people are not gonna look like you, and that might be very daunting, but it's needed. You know, there's always some place where we need change and movements going on and more people of diverse faces and stories there. So it's important that you just use whatever your gift is. I don't know, media, anything.
They don't understand, like, yeah, you know what it is or whatever, but at the same time, you'll never really understand, like, what it is to be Black in 2019.
Yeah, just show the world that we are important and our stories are important.
Hi, my name is Tyler Dozier, and I'm a Black content creator.
Hi, my name is Montrell Marshall, and I am a Black content creator.
My name is Michaela White, and I am a Black content creator.
I'm Ashari Falls, and I am a Black content creator.
My name is Ebony Johnson, and I'm a Black content creator.
Hi guys, I'm Jasmine Bortters,
And I'm Martha Sahle.
and we are the creators for this mini dog.
And we are
Black content creators. Yay.
Bust it down, Tatiana.
Hey, hey.